Hi, good afternoon. Happy Thursday, I think May 7th. I hope you're doing well. Just figured I'd do a little cleansing since I'm in the house today. Give me a second. I hope you're doing good. I think I just said that though. A little too cold to be out today, so I figured I'd do it here inside. My name is Samantha Lee. I'm from Soul Pathways, and I wanted to continue speaking on my unconditional love story. My long walk home, back to self. It's my story, my spiritual journey back to my own self. My title, my story, holds many meanings. So, anyways, if you want to understand or even consider why you should watch my videos, go back to video 2. In the front of that video, I talk in depth about why you might want to consider watching me, okay? I was not going to do my video this early, but it's probably a good idea. I mean, I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason, and I do mean everything. It's one of the things I've always said is I believe everything happens for a reason. We meet people for a reason. Things happen for a reason. And I do mean everything. Things are set in our path for a reason. People are set on our path for a reason. And I had something set in my path for a reason. My For You page had something set right deliberately in front of it. Right at the top. And you see, it's one of the way I converse with God as a psychic medium. He'll talk to me through my For You page. It's just how we talk. He'll show me things. He'll speak to me through my For You page. And I gotta say, right up there at the top was a very, very, very karmic reader who posted something really, well, I mean, it came off as supportive, but it wound up being really underhanded. And you know, it was funny because the other day, maybe a day or two ago, I was on another reader's page and she had made a comment, and not a really nice one, about a spiritual baddie. And it wasn't a nice one, it was a mean one. I mean, it was like, I could tell she had had an issue with a spiritual baddie. And I paused and I'm like, what's that about, I wonder? Well, now I know. Seems the spiritual baddie among us is actually a spiritual bully. And she's a karmic. She's a karmic reader. I'm telling you, at the top of my page, I nearly barfed on myself. It's sad when God points out certain things that would have went right over my head. It really would have. He made me go into the comments, and in the comments, I read some things that were really disgusting. And it it made me think of my own journey, actually. It made me think they were talking about me. But I really, at the same time, I kept thinking I could give two shits. Because these people, who are these people? They don't even fucking know me. But I can tell because they're out here posting these stupid things and they're passive aggressive. That obviously my story rubs them the wrong way. And that's their truth, and that's fine. If you want to be a spiritual bully and hate on somebody for their story, that's your business, spiritual baddie and friends. But don't do it under the guise of being loyal to God. Because mark my words, God did not raise a pack of fucking haters who think they have a right to call themselves sons and daughters, who sit there and make shit-ass comments like you guys did under that post about somebody who was just sharing their story with the world. With 121K people on your page, I'm inclined to believe you've stolen your gifts. I'm confirmed with that at 7-Eleven. I mean, come on. But I could care. What I care about is that you would post some junk shit like that and harm underhandedly a whole bunch of people. Because like I said, I wouldn't have even caught that, really, had it not been for God telling me to go into the comments. And trust me, I went in to those comments. It's your business. If you want to behave like a bunch of catty-ass idiots, be my guest. How you behave is a reflection of you. You act like empty, heartless bitches. Fine. You're proof that humanity lacks souls and hearts. I got a reading from a real pure-hearted individual who comes from God. And he said, don't bother with them. They're heartless and soulless. You are an epitome of that, spiritual baddie. Period. And I don't mince my motherfucking words. And I don't care what you fucking post. You can take your fucking post and shove them square up your fucking fat ass. You and all your fucking friends. Maybe they'll help you pull them out of your fucking fat ass. And then shove them right back up. Because your posts mean nothing. They really don't. Until they hurt other people. Do you not recognize that you were put here to help people and you're out here hurting people? And not namely just me, but that post hurts everybody. Everybody. You're acting so immature with your words. You and your group of hounds. Very tactless and tasteless. You've been reported. Not by me. I just know you've been reported. I was just told that. I unsubscribed from you. I don't need your shit. You pull me down. But if that's your authenticity, keep your low vibrating shit to yourself. Your frequency is that of scum. I mean, it's classic passive-aggressive karmic crap. Keep it to yourself. You and your false light. You understand? I don't care. I really don't. Post the fuck away. But I know, if God has me talking on this right now, He'll just have me continue talking on it. Because He wanted me to lead into a topic that I was going to talk about yesterday. Energetic poverty. What the fuck does that mean? Well, many things. It can mean the poverty of positive energy. And energy can be anything. It can be a positive attitude, a positive mindset, positive heart feelings. It can be money. It can be love. It can be material stuff. It could be good health. And he was talking to me about poverty and how I was put into poverty. By others. However, energetic poverty, forgive me, I wrote notes and I'm trying to read them, but it's my little sheet of paper which I squished up in my hands, so I kind of I rubbed all my notes together with like the oils in my hands. I should have rewrote them before I started, but he really wanted me to get this out. Okay, so he wanted to talk about, so it's a lack mindset, and what do you lack here? What are your lacks when it comes to energetic poverty? Mm-hmm. And then the best question was saved for last. Who gains from keeping us in energetic poverty? And how do we get the fuck out of it? Because you can get out of it. Nothing's permanent. Nothing. I mean, we live in a world that's fluid, constantly changing. So, you know who stands to gain the most from this kind of paradigm? The government. Whoever holds the most power. The ones with the control panel. But even then, loophole, God. And for those of you who don't believe, then this won't be for you. Click off. Have a nice life. It is that simple. You have to believe. And when you believe, come back. having faith, belief, and trust is probably the hardest of this entire process. Because that's part of the how do I get the fuck out of this part. Believing. It's among the first steps. Believing that you can. Knowing that there's a way. Even if what you see out here says there's no fucking chance in hell that this is ever going to happen to me, you have to believe and know and have faith that yes, there fucking is. If I say there is, there is. And once you know that with everything in you, that you can have, do, or be anything, God makes it happen. It's that simple. I mean, you just have to know. Like you know, like you know, like you know. You can have it, you can do it, you can be it. That thing, there's nothing stopping you. Nothing stopping it. Not even a chance in hell. And once you know that, it lands. But that's the hardest part, you see, because we are a people who have always been taught, go off your five senses, go off what you see, what you hear, what you feel, and that's, and what you're thinking. We're always talking and thinking ourselves out of shit. I know, because I've been there. Definitely. I was just self-sabotaging myself for the last, 45 minutes before I even hopped on this video. I'll be straight up. It's been a tough last 45 minutes. I was doing good before that, and then all of a sudden, boom. Now I got to make up for that 45 minutes, and it's like, oh, shit. So, I mean, it's always a tug and pull when it, push and pull when it comes to frequency. Trying to get up. Moving back down. I mean, trying to get up, moving back down, fighting against fear, fighting against triggers, healing yourself, healing those things within you that bother you, fighting other people who are really working hard to keep you down when you're not meant to be there, people who are trying to get you to believe that you're not who you say you are is another one. People trying to intimidate you by bullying you. Period. The spiritual baddie is nothing but a fucking catty-ass bitch bully. Period. This person is astoundingly mean. I mean, her and that club of people, I'm astounded by just the energetic, underhanded feeling I got once I entered into the comments was a frequency I needed to get out of because it felt bad. And you had no clue how much I wanted to write a bunch of stuff, and I only wrote one thing. Just one. Oh my God, I'm surprised I only wrote one thing. Because I wanted to write so much more, but I wrote one thing. God is watching. Or God sees everything. That's it. God sees everything. And that's it. Because He does. And with that, judgment. If you're fucking up, God sees it. And if you think your shit don't stink, try again, motherfucker. If you're that heartless, let me just put it to you like this. If you're a big shot on YouTube and you got 100,000 plus followers, God gave you that shit. He gave you that. You don't think He can take that shit away from you? Those gifts that you have, you don't think He can take that away from you? How about the home you're in? The car? the people, the connections, that money in your wallet, all that flow you seem to have, you're jiving off of and writing all this shit on your page that hurts people. You don't think God can't take that shit away from you? Watch. Watch. Because I call judgment. And he'll only correct me because we have an understanding, him and I. If I've misconstrued it, and then I deeply apologize. But from the things I read, and he led me there, I don't think so. At heart, I'm not a bad person. But it doesn't really matter when you're dealing with a bunch of karmics who don't really give two flying fucks what you've been through. It's like they don't have a heart to begin with. They don't care. They just want what they want. And right now, it's they want to take what's yours, or they want to hurt you to get to it, or they just want to hurt you. Period. And in that sense, which is real sad, I mean, like desperately sad, I give that to God. Because that's just so far removed out of my realm of wanting to deal with, that I instantly give that to God. Because I'm not dealing with that. That's some bullshit and a half. No human should have to deal with a bunch of nonsense like that. Like ever. Any human. Me. Anybody. I don't care if I know you, don't know you. Nobody should have to deal with negativity to that extent. Ever. That kind of hatred, that's unprecedented kind of hatred, and that's uncalled for, and I just give that to God, and he's going to handle that. And he's gonna. So that is an example of energetic poverty, because this person, there's a void. They have a void. They have poverty within their soul and within their heart. There is a lack of coherence between their heart and their soul. They have a negative, there's like a negative connection. It's an imbalance. And there really needs to be more balance in somebody like that. If you have more hate than, or greed or lust or any of that, you've got to get more balance in your life. Heal and work towards balance. Not saying you're a bad person, but you do really need to bring yourself to a more balanced way of life. So, yeah, energetic poverty. Yeah, it can be brought on by a lack of positivity. It can lead to bad health. It can lead to, oh yeah, I just heard it can actually go into the land. You don't even need to be frickin', people be burying stuff in the land. You don't even need that. You're dripping it into the land. I mean, do you not realize the land has memory? Mother Gaia has memory cells just as we do. And this land is memorizing everything that is going on right now. And yet you're digging holes and throwing stuff in there and dancing on it, and with bones and blood and all this crap and under the moon And she's just getting so mad about this crazy shit you guys are doing to her. As she just said, pulverize. And I don't know if that meant you're pulverizing her or she's going to pulverize you. But something's going on there with that word. But land carries memory. And it can come from us. From the things we feel. And the things we do on it. And we don't have to do, like, put anything into the land. Like with our skin. We don't have to do anything to our skin to make it remember. We have things called memory cells on our skin. And our skin remembers things. For a very long time. Mind you. Just Google that. You can research it. Poverty of home, like people who don't have homes, or within your home. You can turn a perfectly lovely environment or home into a nightmare if you come in with negative energy or lack mindset or negative energetic poverty. You can turn your home into hell. Heaven to hell. Same for love, for finances, anything. And that's the point of it, of the message. And that, like I just literally heard it, wraps right back around into this, what you focus on is what grows. Energy flows where your focus grows. No, wait, no. And energy grows where your focus flows. Excuse me, I always get those two words mixed up. Grows and flows. Yes. Energy goes where your focus... No, energy flows where your focus goes. There. Oh my God. I'm going to write it down. I swear. I am. That way I memorize it perfectly. But, so if you're focusing on love, love expands. If you're focusing on good, good expands. If you're focusing on having faith and making things right in your life, that's going to happen. If you're focused on the opposite, if you're focused on fear and it not working out, that's what's going to happen. It's most likely not going to work out because you are sitting there in fear and anxiety that it's not going to work out. You have to work on altering the mindset. If you want better skin or better body, then focus on having the better skin and the better body. Don't focus on needing to lose weight, needing to do this. No, focus on what it is you really want, and then do things to make you feel good and start watching yourself feel better about it. Don't dwell that, within a day or two when you don't start seeing results. Keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it days and days and days, and you're going to start seeing things happen. 30 days for a habit, folks. 30 days. Keep that in mind. You want something to happen? Give yourself at least 30 days of an altered mindset. And I mean that. And you can help this with scripting. You can write a simple 1-sentence affirmation, write it. I don't know, 3 times a day at 30 sentences each time for 3 times a day. I don't know. Or do the 369 method 3 times a day, which would be 369. Write it 3 times, 6 times, 9 times, or 30 times, 60 times, 90 times. It's your choice. You could do it at 3, 6, and 9. Your call, right? And you can use it with scripting and do it for 30 days. Or you could do it for 60 days. Or you could do it for 90. And you'll see by the 90 days, massive change. And if you journal these changes, you would notice from day 0 to day 90. If you take the journal and you did a study on yourself, this is the kind of thing I do. You would note the changes, especially if you took pictures and all this other stuff. And I'm referring to the weight and the looks and stuff. If you did money, you could do the money. You could take a ledger, and it's whatever, wherever you want to apply that to. But I'm just saying, wherever you focus is what's going to grow. This is the energy, and this is the spiritual law, and you can always, well, no, I'm not even going to put it like this. Involve your higher power. Don't make this something where you do this alone, because you're never alone. You're a co-creator. Use Source. You wouldn't have anything if it wasn't for Source. I mean, we're breathing because of Source. We tend to always forget that we have the light of day because of Source. We woke up this morning because of Source. Our eyes flipped open because of Source. I'm breathing because of Source. I have a voice because of Source. I'm here on this video because of Source. I'm alive. I mean, I'm really alive because of Source. And I'm grateful. I mean, now I'm hurting in my heart. I'm grateful because of Source. Not enough people. It just gets busy in life. We tend to get so busy we forget to be grateful. Because these are things we take for granted. Because they're there, right? They're always there. But what if they weren't? What if I just continue to remind you that these things can be taken so easily? I'll never forget. My mom had a best friend who was married for like forever to her husband. They must have been married 45 years. And we were heading to their, I don't know if it was a birthday or an anniversary. And we were going to be. And we got news like the week before or something that her husband had just went to walk to the mailbox to get the mail. And he collapsed with a heart attack and died on the spot 1 week before his birthday or anniversary. And it would have been like their 45th or something. I'm literally telling you, it's like that. It's like that. A car crash that can kill you. Like that. You lose everything. Like that. I'm saying, that's God. It's like that, those tower moments in your life. But also, he gives you stuff like that. That lottery win. That moment you bump into somebody and you turn around and that's your next partner in life. That's the person you're going to marry. Your next true love. These special moments, they happen like that. You just don't know when they're going to happen, but they happen. We tend to take it for granted, these like that's, but they're all him. And that's why it's so important to include him with you, because he's always, or she is, or it is, always with you. And that's why it infuriates me when I'm led to my For You page and I see people bullying other people, as covertly as it was. Incognito as a spiritualist. It's actually really heartbreaking. Because nobody knows my story. Nobody knows what I've been through. And nobody knows what I'm actually going through. Nobody's walked a mile in my shoes. But they feel entitled to pick on me about the heartbreak, about all the pain I've endured. This is how I know they don't have a heart. I guess they must have never suffered one singular rape or molestation. These people have never been homeless, have they? Have they ever been hit or bloodied? Have they ever been up for adoption? Have they ever been knocked on their asses and put out on the street and made homeless with a baby in tow? Have they ever been bullied by an entire community of strangers and then made out to be villains, which would be the entire opposite of what their identity truly is? I don't think so. But even if they have, that's not for me to say. I wouldn't know their story. Only God tells me what I need to know. I'm not out here judging people. What I'm led to are people judging me or other people. Like I said, a couple days before, I came across another reader, completely different one, who spoke of something about some injustice from a spiritual baddie. Maybe that was a precursor to this. I'm not sure. Foreshadowing's a beautiful thing. Quite simple. Regardless if that message was for me or not, I was taken to it. Quite honestly, it's heartbreaking. Because if you're God's children, that is not how you handle people who have hard lives and who share their stories with the world. And you know how much fucking courage it takes to do this? You must not have a fucking clue. That's why you're not out there sharing about your shit, airing your personal shit. And most people don't air their personal shit because it's embarrassing. They want to keep their fucking personal shit to themselves. It takes a fucking brave one like me to do it. And then it's a damn shame when you got some jackass asshole out there who thinks that it's okay to shit all over that person. Like, really? It's like going to a karaoke club, sitting in the back corner with your two girlfriends and making fun of everybody who karaoke's but not having enough guts to get out there and karaoke your fucking self. Like, for real, shut the fuck up, peanut gallery. For real. How are you fucking gonna sit around and judge another person's story like that? Speaks volumes. And not in a good way. I am who I am. And if that wasn't for me, then it got me. But I was tucked into it by God, so... And it still got me. But in more ways than you would think. Because I found myself thinking, well, who else is this bothering? Who else is this harming? Because this is... I actually looked at how many people this person has following them. I'm thinking, oh my God, this person has all these people. And I was more worried about who it might hurt. But now I'm thinking, well, this could all be haters, actually. Maybe it is. And if that's the case, well, God's watching you. And at the end of the day, I ain't too worried about you hurting me, because I know my opinion is what matters most. What you say and publish online speaks volumes about you, baby. Nothing about me. You guys just look like a bunch of ratchet assholes. Backs. You look heartless and stupid. And I screenshotted all of it. So, yeah, you can delete that shit. But I still have it. Because I ain't gonna have you making up a bunch of shit about me. No. That's energetic poverty, though. And you seem to be full of it. We need more positive energy in this world. People don't go on to any social media site to be fed some bullshit. I think people go to social media because they're isolated, because they don't want to be around toxic people. And I am not just talking about me. For me, I don't go on to social media because I'm looking for encouragement. Fuck that. I get my encouragement through prayer or meditation or myself. I'm talking about other people. If this is what the world's coming to, I can see why. We've got the 3-5 split here. 6, 7, 8. $41, $41, which would be 5-5. Message could be for you if you're seeing 5-5-5. Nevertheless, do better. Bullies of any kind. I always thought that was something you did in school. Now I'm finding bullies exist no matter the age. When the gang stalking first started, I'll never forget. And it was 2024. It was the summer. And I pulled in to collect an order at the local supermarket. And I drove by a car with a man in it. And I parked, and as I did that, and I got out of the car, I had seen the man staring at me. It felt really odd. I didn't like it. He was watching me. And I knew. God told me he wasn't a good one. When I came back out, I had collected, they have like these Cinnabon things there. I had collected them, got in my car, and as I was driving past him to go away with the windows open because it was summer, he called me a whore. A whore. I'm celibate, 15 years, well, 14 at the time. 13 maybe, 2024. So, I'm thinking, I don't even know this guy. He called me a whore. I'm like, this world really does need more kindness. I blew a kiss. I didn't know what the fuck. I was a little baffled. I blew him a kiss and I said, in your fucking dreams. Because honestly, I mean, really, in his fucking dreams. He was older. I mean, older. That's why I'm saying, bullies come all ages, and I just didn't, but now I know. It's not about the person. The people are shells. It's the demon. That's within. I've come to learn. If you truly are hosting the spirit of envy, hate, jealousy, and you're capable of gang stalking a person that you don't know, breaking laws, and you think that that's okay, you're probably hosting demons. I mean, especially if you think you're on the right side. No, No, you're not. I'm sorry. No. God never approved of this. Look at Jesus. I'm sorry. Jesus stood alone, and he was stoned to death by the city. And then they all cried. They killed him. They fucking hung him and killed him. God resurrected Jesus. You guys, you're not on the right side here. Work on your heart placements. Especially if you do have some form of gift given to you and you have the power to spread messages through social media, do better. You might not agree. You don't have to agree with everybody, but don't kick them. Don't kick them down. Try to understand. I mean, I actually know that I'm under the understanding that these people might be involved to some extent. But do they have to post? I mean, that frequency goes out and touches everybody. Oh, I could care, about what people think of me. But I do care about hurting other people. The way out is through with energetic poverty. You actually have to focus on what you want rather than what you don't want. And that would mean working and facing any fears, any anxieties, and eliminating them. And it is something I've had to do, and completely alone. And I don't care what people think. I'll just say, I highly doubt that many of you would make it through my journey if you were put on the same journey. There's a reason I was chosen for my journey. It's because God knew I would make it. So far, so good. Anyway. Sorry it wasn't more of a pick-me-up. Yeah. I'm going to try and focus more on the inner child and bringing her out maybe for our next talk. Your inner child and bringing it out. There's healing there. And that should be the focus. Healing. So we'll talk more on that. Okay? So, if you're here, thanks for sticking around so long. Sorry the topic was deep and not the greatest, but life is, you gotta balance it. So, and when I'm asked to do something, I try to do it. So, enjoy the rest of your day. Do the best you can. You know I love you. And I don't mince those words either, and I don't take them lightly. Be well. Till next time.